In the unpredictable theater of daily life, where stress and unforeseen challenges often play leading roles, maintaining a calm mind might seem an elusive aspiration, yet it is precisely within such turbulence that the wisdom of Stoicism offers a beacon of steady light. This ancient philosophy, often misunderstood as a dry collection of abstract concepts, reveals itself upon closer examination to be a vibrant, practical guide crafted to nurture emotional stability and mental clarity even amidst the most trying circumstances. You are invited, therefore, not merely to contemplate Stoicism as a theoretical framework but to engage with it as a living practice, one that equips you to remain composed and centered no matter what external forces buffet your existence. Imagine for a moment the inner calm that arises when you recognize that the chaos outside need not dictate the tempest within. This serene steadiness is not a gift reserved for the few but a cultivated state accessible to anyone willing to embrace the principles and practices that Stoicism offers. It is not a denial of hardship or a suppression of feeling, rather, it is the intentional shaping of your responses so that you can navigate life's vicissitudes with grace and resilience. At the heart of this philosophy lies the profound understanding that while you cannot always choose the events that confront you, you retain the power to choose your response. This is the essence of what it means to cultivate a calm mind. To embark on this journey toward inner tranquility, it is helpful to recognize that Stoicism is not a static doctrine but a dynamic path, one that invites active engagement through specific practices designed to foster equanimity. These practices provide a sturdy foundation upon which you can build a life marked not by reactive turmoil but by reflective steadiness. The importance of cultivating such calmness cannot be overstated, for it is this inner tranquility that anchors you when external circumstances threaten to overwhelm. It is the calm mind that enables you to act with clarity and purpose rather than being swept away by the emotional currents of the moment. As you prepare to delve into the core Stoic exercises that have sustained countless individuals through adversity, it is essential to appreciate that this is not merely an intellectual exercise but a call to transformation. The practices you are about to explore have been honed through centuries of philosophical inquiry and lived experience, offering practical tools to stabilize your emotional landscape. They are accessible, actionable, and profoundly effective when embraced with commitment. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you begin to cultivate a habitual calmness, a steady presence that operates beneath the surface of everyday awareness, ready to rise when circumstances demand. The journey starts with understanding the nature of what you can control and what lies beyond your influence. This distinction is a cornerstone of Stoic thought, reminding you that much of the turmoil you experience arises from attempts to govern what is inherently uncontrollable. By shifting your focus inward, toward your own judgments, desires, and actions, elements firmly within your grasp, you reclaim your agency. This shift is not an abdication of engagement with the world but a strategic reorientation that preserves your emotional energy and fosters resilience. It is through this lens that you can view challenges not as threats to your peace but as opportunities to exercise your reasoned choice. Central to this process is the cultivation of inner tranquility, a state that serves as a refuge from the storms of life. This tranquility is not mere passivity but a vibrant quietude that emerges from disciplined practice and conscious reflection. It is the calm within that allows you to meet life's difficulties without being undone by them. Such tranquility is the fruit of consistent effort, daily reflection, mindful observation of your thoughts and emotions, and the intentional practice of moderation in desires and aversions. These habits serve to steady the mind, enabling you to remain unshaken even when external events are unpredictable or adverse. Consider the power of beginning each day with a moment of reflection, setting your intention to meet whatever unfolds with equanimity. This simple practice, rooted in Stoic tradition, prepares you to encounter the day's challenges not with dread or resistance but with a composed readiness. It is a moment to remind yourself that while you cannot command external events, you can command your attitude toward them. Such morning meditations cultivate a calm mind that becomes your steady companion throughout the day. Over time, this practice builds resilience, allowing you to sustain your inner peace through the inevitable upheavals that life presents. In this unfolding journey, it is equally important to recognize that cultivating calmness is not synonymous with disengagement or indifference. Rather, it is a deep engagement with life tempered by wisdom and self-mastery. The Stoic approach invites you to embrace life in all its complexity while maintaining a clear-eyed understanding of what you can influence and what you must accept. This acceptance is not resignation but a liberating acknowledgement that frees you from futile struggles against reality. Through this perspective, you cultivate an abiding inner tranquility that does not depend on external validation or circumstances but arises from your own reasoned choices. As you reflect on these foundational ideas, it becomes evident that Stoicism offers more than mere coping strategies, it provides a robust framework for living with dignity and purpose. The calm mind that you cultivate becomes a source of strength, enabling you to face criticism without defensiveness, to transform offense into understanding, and to overcome fear and shame with clarity and courage. These qualities do not appear overnight but emerge gradually through dedicated practice and mindful reflection. Each day presents a fresh opportunity to practice, to notice your reactions, and to gently guide yourself back toward calmness and composure. The cultivation of a calm mind is thus a continuous, evolving process, one that invites you to practice awareness and restraint, to observe your thoughts without immediate reaction, and to choose your responses with deliberation. This is the heart of Stoic practice, the ongoing commitment to self-examination and growth. In embracing this commitment, you align yourself with a tradition that has sustained countless seekers of wisdom throughout history. You join a lineage of individuals who have found in Stoicism a source of profound resilience and peace amid life's uncertainties. In embracing these initial steps toward Stoic calmness, you lay the groundwork for a transformative path that will carry you through the complexities of human existence with grace and strength. This is not an abstract ideal but a practical, attainable state, one that you can develop through the deliberate application of Stoic principles. As you prepare to explore the specific exercises designed to deepen this calmness, remember that the journey itself is a practice, a daily cultivation of inner tranquility that will empower you to meet life's challenges with unwavering steadiness. You can remain steady and unshaken amidst life's storms. This is not merely theory, it is the heart of Stoic practice. Building upon the foundation of understanding what lies within your control, the next step invites you to engage deeply with several core Stoic exercises that serve as practical tools for fostering calmness. These practices are not simply abstract prescriptions but actionable techniques designed to cultivate a measured, reflective mindset that resists the sway of impulsive emotions. One such practice is negative visualization, a deliberate contemplation of potential hardships or losses before they occur. While this may seem counterintuitive to modern sensibilities focused on positivity, the purpose here is not pessimism but preparation. By envisioning adverse events, whether it be the loss of a possession, a relationship, or even one's own health, you inoculate your mind against shock and disappointment, thereby fortifying your resolve. This exercise encourages you to appreciate the present moment more fully, cultivating gratitude while simultaneously reducing anxiety about the unknown. Closely related to this is the Stoic emphasis on focusing squarely on what is within your control. In a world rife with uncertainty, your judgments, desires, and actions remain steadfast territories you can govern. This discernment not only conserves your emotional energy but also directs it toward productive ends, allowing you to act with intention rather than reaction. The serenity that arises from this focus is profound. It liberates you from the futile attempt to master external events and anchors you instead in the mastery of self. Such mastery is not a tyrannical control but a wise stewardship of your inner faculties, guiding your responses to align with reason and virtue. Daily reflection, another cornerstone of Stoic practice, offers a pathway to maintain this calmness through continuous self-examination. By setting aside moments each day to journal or quietly review your thoughts, actions, and emotional responses, you develop an acute awareness of patterns that may disrupt your tranquility. This habit of mindful reflection empowers you to recognize when judgments stray from reality or when desires become excessive, enabling you to course-correct before turmoil takes root. Through this process, you cultivate a calm mind that is vigilant yet flexible, able to adapt without losing its center. Equally important is the practice of distinguishing between judgment and reality, a subtle but transformative skill. Often, the distress we experience is less a result of external events themselves and more a product of our interpretations or assumptions about those events. By training yourself to observe circumstances objectively, separating fact from opinion, you dismantle the emotional charge that fuels overreaction. This discernment fosters emotional regulation, allowing you to respond with clarity rather than confusion. It is an exercise in seeing the world as it is, not as your fears or desires might color it. In this mosaic of practices, gratitude emerges as a powerful counterbalance to the mind's tendency toward dissatisfaction and craving. Regularly acknowledging what you have, the relationships, opportunities, and simple pleasures, grounds you in a sense of abundance rather than lack. Gratitude nurtures a peaceful heart and diminishes the restless pursuit of external validation, reinforcing the calm mind's foundation. This attitude does not ignore hardship but rather reframes your perspective to acknowledge the good amidst difficulty, thereby softening the impact of adversity. Self-discipline, another vital component, reinforces your capacity for calmness by training the will to resist impulsive reactions and unhealthy attachments. Through deliberate restraint, whether in speech, thought, or action, you solidify your command over internal states. This discipline is not rigid austerity but a measured moderation that protects your tranquility by preventing unnecessary disturbances. Purposeful action, guided by reason and aligned with your values, follows naturally from this self-mastery. Rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions, you act with intention, contributing to a sense of coherence and peace within. Together, these practices form an integrated approach to cultivating a calm mind, each reinforcing the others in a harmonious cycle. Negative visualization prepares you for adversity. Focusing on control channels your energy wisely, reflection sharpens your awareness, distinguishing judgment from reality clarifies perception, gratitude fosters contentment, self-discipline secures emotional stability, and purposeful action manifests your inner calm outwardly. This synergy creates a resilient framework that supports you in maintaining steadiness amid the fluctuations of life. Importantly, these exercises are not theoretical concepts to be admired from a distance but practical disciplines to be woven into the fabric of daily living. Their effectiveness lies in repetition and sincerity of practice, inviting you to approach each day as an opportunity to refine your inner calm. By embracing these habits, you gradually transform your default mode from reactive turbulence to reflective serenity. This transformation is neither instantaneous nor effortless, it is a gradual cultivation, a patient unfolding of wisdom through experience and intention. Moreover, these practices enable you to break free from the common pitfalls of emotional reactivity that so often disrupt peace of mind. When faced with criticism, for instance, the Stoic mindset nurtured through these exercises allows you to receive feedback without defensiveness, viewing it as a chance for growth rather than a personal attack. When confronted with setbacks, you can draw upon your preparation through negative visualization and acceptance of what lies beyond control to respond with equanimity. Over time, fear and shame lose their grip as you recognize their origins in mistaken judgments rather than objective reality. This attentive approach to emotional regulation is not a denial of human feeling but an invitation to inhabit your experiences more fully and wisely. By cultivating a calm mind through these practices, you gain the capacity to observe emotions as passing phenomena rather than fixed states, thereby reducing their power to dictate your behavior. This awareness fosters resilience, enabling you to maintain a sense of internal balance regardless of external circumstances. As you continue to integrate these Stoic exercises into your life, you may notice an increasing ease in navigating daily challenges. The chaotic noise of external events begins to fade into the background as your inner tranquility becomes more prominent. This calm mind is not passive but dynamically engaged, capable of discerning when to act and when to withhold, when to speak and when to listen. It is a source of strength that arises from disciplined practice and mindful reflection, a testament to the power of Stoic wisdom applied with intention. In embracing these key Stoic practices, you are not merely adopting a set of techniques but embarking on a transformative journey toward emotional mastery and peace. You are cultivating a way of being that allows you to face life's uncertainties with confidence and grace, turning potential turmoil into opportunities for growth. This is the essence of Stoic calmness, a serene presence grounded in reason, nurtured by discipline, and sustained through purposeful action. As you move forward, let these practices be your compass, guiding you toward a steadiness of mind that no external circumstance can unsettle. Having explored the foundational Stoic practices that cultivate calmness, the natural progression leads us to their practical implementation within the rhythms of everyday life. It is one thing to understand these exercises conceptually, it is quite another to weave them seamlessly into the fabric of your daily routine, thereby transforming philosophical insight into lived experience. The true power of Stoic practice reveals itself in these moments of application, where intention meets action, and calmness becomes a habitual response rather than a fleeting ideal. Begin by considering the simple yet profound habit of morning meditation. As dawn breaks, before the demands of the day assert themselves, take a few moments to center yourself, recalling the Stoic principles that guide you. This practice is more than a quiet pause, it is a deliberate preparation to face the day's uncertainties with equanimity. By previewing potential challenges and affirming your commitment to respond with reason and virtue, you fortify your calm mind against the shocks and stresses that inevitably arise. This anticipatory reflection softens the impact of adversity, allowing you to meet difficulties not with surprise or agitation but with a steady, measured presence. Closely linked to this is the technique of reframing challenges as opportunities. When confronted with obstacles, be they interpersonal conflicts, professional setbacks, or internal struggles, you can choose to view them through the lens of growth and learning. This shift in perspective is not mere optimism but a Stoic exercise in transforming adversity into a catalyst for resilience. By recognizing that hardship offers a chance to practice patience, courage, or wisdom, you reclaim your agency and diminish the power of external events to disturb your peace. This reframing aligns with the Stoic understanding that it is not events themselves but your judgments about them that determine your experience. Another practical strategy involves cultivating the discipline to pause before responding to stressors. In moments of provocation or distress, the impulse to react immediately often leads to emotional escalation and regret. Instead, by training yourself to insert a brief interval, a pause, between stimulus and response, you create space for reflection and choice. This pause is the crucible of Stoic practice, the moment where you can exercise your capacity to choose your response rather than be ruled by reflexive emotion. With practice, this habit strengthens your inner tranquility, enabling you to navigate social interactions and personal challenges with greater composure and effectiveness. Anticipating difficulties ahead of time also plays a critical role in sustaining calmness. The Stoics recognized that life's unpredictability could be less daunting when approached with mindful foresight. By envisioning potential trials before they occur, you reduce the element of surprise and prepare your mind to remain steady when they arrive. This proactive attitude diminishes anxiety and cultivates resilience, allowing you to meet adversity with a clear mind and steady heart. Such anticipation is not about worry but about acceptance and readiness, a recognition that challenges are an inevitable part of the human experience. In addition to these individual practices, the importance of community support and compassionate understanding cannot be overlooked. While Stoicism often emphasizes personal responsibility, it does not advocate isolation. On the contrary, engaging with others who share your commitment to growth provides encouragement, perspective, and accountability. Compassion, for both yourself and others, softens the harshness of self-judgment and fosters a supportive environment in which calmness can flourish. Self-compassion, in particular, is a vital complement to Stoic discipline. It allows you to acknowledge your imperfections without despair, encouraging a balanced approach to self-improvement that nurtures rather than depletes your inner resources. Living in harmony with reason and nature further reinforces your internal peace. Stoicism teaches that aligning your life with the rational order of the cosmos brings a profound sense of belonging and purpose. This alignment encourages you to accept what is beyond your control while actively cultivating virtues within your sphere of influence. By recognizing that you are part of a greater whole, you develop humility and perspective, qualities that temper ego-driven reactions and contribute to a calm mind. This harmonious living is not a passive surrender but an active engagement with life's natural rhythms, guiding you towards sustainable peace. As you integrate these strategies, you may notice a gradual transformation in how you experience daily life. The habitual rush of reactive emotion gives way to a steadier, more measured presence. You become less prone to being swept away by transient disturbances and more capable of responding with clarity and purpose. This change is not a denial of life's challenges but a reorientation of your relationship to them, an embrace of calmness as a cultivated strength rather than an accidental state. In this way, the practical implementation of Stoic calmness techniques empowers you to live not as a passive recipient of circumstance but as an active participant in shaping your experience. The cultivation of calmness through these practices also enhances your capacity to respond to criticism and conflict with equanimity. Instead of reacting defensively or with agitation, you learn to listen with openness, discern the constructive elements, and let go of personal offense. This measured response is a direct result of the inner tranquility developed through reflection, anticipation, and mindful pause. It transforms potentially destabilizing encounters into opportunities for growth and deeper understanding, reinforcing your resilience and composure. Moreover, by practicing these techniques consistently, you gradually diminish the grip of fear and shame, two powerful emotions that often disrupt peace of mind. Fear loses its dominion as you recognize it as a product of imagined futures rather than present realities, a realization that stems from the clarity nurtured by Stoic reflection and negative visualization. Shame, too, loses its sting as you cultivate self-compassion and align your actions with your values, freeing you from the corrosive effects of self-judgment. These emotional shifts contribute significantly to sustaining a calm mind, even in the face of social pressures or personal setbacks. In embracing these practical steps, you do not merely adopt isolated habits but enter into a holistic way of living that honors the interconnectedness of mind, body, and community. Each practice supports the other, creating a resilient web of calmness that weaves through your daily life. Through morning meditation, reframing, pausing before response, anticipation, community support, compassionate understanding, and living in harmony with nature, you construct a solid foundation for enduring tranquility. This foundation is not fragile nor subject to the whims of circumstance, it is a cultivated strength born of discipline, awareness, and intentionality. As you continue to practice, you develop the capacity to remain rooted amidst life's storms, to navigate uncertainty with grace, and to respond to challenge with wisdom. This steady presence is the hallmark of Stoic calmness in action, the lived embodiment of philosophical insight transformed into daily resilience. By embracing these practical implementations, you align yourself with a tradition that values not only the cultivation of inner peace but also the active engagement with life's challenges in a manner that fosters growth and virtue. This path invites you to practice continuously, to reflect deeply, and to act purposefully, all while maintaining a calm mind that serves as your steadfast guide. Through such dedicated practice, you nurture an enduring serenity that is both your refuge and your strength in an ever-changing world. Embracing Stoic calmness is not a transient endeavor but a lifelong commitment, a way of living that calls for simplicity, focus on virtue, and mastery over one's emotional landscape. This enduring path is marked by the conscious choice to prioritize what truly matters: reason, wisdom, courage, and temperance, over the fleeting allure of external success or approval. In adopting this lifestyle, you cultivate a profound sense of inner peace that is not contingent upon the vagaries of circumstance but grounded firmly in your own reasoned character. This is the essence of Stoic living, a continual alignment of thought and action with nature's order and rational purpose. Living mindfully and sustainably, as prescribed by Stoic ideals, invites you to respect the natural world and your place within it. This respect manifests through self-restraint and moderation, not only in desires and impulses but also in consumption and interaction with the environment. Such restraint is not deprivation but a conscious choice to live in harmony with the rhythms of life, recognizing that excess often breeds disturbance. By cultivating simplicity, you free yourself from unnecessary distractions and cultivate the clarity required for sustained tranquility. This intentional lifestyle fosters a calm mind that is less vulnerable to the turmoil stirred by unchecked passion or external chaos. True strength, from the Stoic perspective, arises not from domination over external events but from mastery of one's own mind. It is the ability to remain unmoved by fortune's fluctuations, to hold fast to virtue in the face of adversity, and to act in accordance with reason rather than impulse. This inner mastery is the wellspring of resilience, enabling you to endure hardship without being undone by it. As you practice restraint and acceptance, you develop a fortified inner citadel, an unshakable calmness that serves as your refuge and strength amid life's inevitable trials. This cultivated calmness is not merely a private sanctuary but a source of meaningful engagement with the world. By mastering yourself, you enhance your capacity to contribute positively to your community and to the greater good. The Stoic ideal envisions the individual as a rational being whose flourishing is intertwined with that of others, reflecting a life lived according to nature's interconnected order. Through this lens, your pursuit of tranquility becomes an act of service, a way to embody virtues that inspire and uplift those around you. As you fully embrace these 10 Stoic practices, the path toward enduring serenity unfolds with clarity and purpose. You find yourself equipped not only to withstand life's storms but to grow stronger through them, cultivating resilience that deepens with each challenge overcome. This journey is one of continual growth, a process of refining your character and expanding your capacity for equanimity. It is a path that invites you to practice daily, to reflect honestly, and to act with intention, thereby weaving calmness into the very fabric of your existence. In choosing this way of life, you affirm the profound truth that peace is not a distant goal but a present possibility, accessible through the disciplined cultivation of your mind and spirit. You embrace a philosophy that honors the complexity of human experience while offering a practical guide to navigate it with grace. By committing to these practices, you open yourself to a life of meaningful tranquility, one marked by clarity, resilience, and a deep connection to the natural order. May this commitment to Stoic calmness empower you to live each day with steady purpose and unwavering serenity, transforming the challenges you face into opportunities for growth and wisdom. With gratitude for the journey and hope for what lies ahead, you step forward into a life defined not by external circumstance but by the enduring strength of a calm mind. If you love the story, like the video and subscribe.